Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's T back with another video. Today I wanted to talk to you about the importance of health, your well-being. Me, I'll tell you, I'm in my 40s, my early 40s, and I've never had a major surgery or anything that was really life-altering until my 40s. So I want to talk to you. I had a surgery last year, actually. No, January 2022. 2022? 2023. I had a neurospinal, what's it called? CSF, cerebral spinal fluid leak. And I had to have a surgery to get everything straight in there. I was told the surgery was going to take 4 to 6 hours. The surgery ended up being over 8 hours. Um, and like I said, it was my first surgery in my entire life. So 40 years of no surgery, and then boom, I had to have the surgery. And it was one that was just either have the surgery or struggle to live. So the surgery was had, came out of it all right. But I remember coming out of the surgery and hooked up to IVs and then they were giving me medication for things like stroke preventative medication. So I'm like, what are they giving me this for? Now, my blood pressure had been high and stuff like that. Not necessarily because of the surgery, right? But it had been high, and so, you know, things had escalated as far as my health. And when I say escalate, I mean my health was getting worse. Okay, so I wanted to do something about it. So I figured, okay, let's see what I can do about this. I started drinking more water, things like that, but I did no studying, no looking things up, no figuring out what is really necessary for me to really get myself in a better position. But then one day I was chewing on some M&Ms and I broke a tooth, a molar in the back of my mouth. And I'm like, what in the world is going on with me? So once I broke that molar, I started getting toothaches. The next appointment to a good dentist was months and months and months out. So I ended up having to find ways to ease up this pain because I was getting really heavy toothaches that were just painful. So one day I went to the ABC store and I got, some really high proof liquor in, small bottles. And so whenever I would get a toothache real bad, I, chuck them back, usually 2 or 3 at a time. And one night I did that. It was maybe 1 or 2 in the morning, maybe 3. I don't remember, to be honest. But when I did it, I chucked like 2 or 3 of them back to, ease that pain. And I ended up vomiting. I couldn't keep it down. So I started vomiting. I'm like, oh shit, that's not good. So I didn't think too much of it. I just thought, well, this is high proof, liquor. So cleaned up the vomit, got back in the bed. Now after I woke up the next morning, I think I woke up, ate some breakfast, couldn't keep that down. Then I started feeling weak. And then I started, having trouble just moving, just regular moving, getting up, walking around, so on and so forth. So I'm like, what's going on? Like, what is this? And maybe about 4 or 5 days later, um, my wife was on the phone with my mother-in-law, and when we talk on the phone, we put it on speakerphone because we don't like it up to our ears, because that's another health thing. You know, there you need bad causes of things that can happen when you have your cell phone up to your ear like that. But anyway, so my mother-in-law was like, I had got something to drink, something healthy. I don't remember if it was water or some type of supplement mix or something like that, and I threw it up. And like I said, my mother-in-law was on the phone, and she was like, "You need to go to the hospital. Like that's you need to go to the hospital." So I said, "Okay." I'm not one to go to. I don't like going to the hospital, but I decided to go to the hospital. The next day, actually, I went to the hospital. They did an MRI, which I don't remember the MRI. My wife had to tell me about it. I don't remember being put in the machine or anything. She was saying that I was throwing up when I was there. When I got to the hospital, I don't remember that. I lost memory of what was happening when I was at the hospital. The initial parts of it. The only thing I remember going into the hospital, and I remember from there being in the ICU room. Um, but come to find out, I had a stroke. And I'm going to tell you about, the stroke and the details of the stroke, my experience in the hospital, so on and so forth. But we'll do that on the next video. This one's getting kind of long. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video for part 2.